wanted to go over though, I want to help people out, right? And I'm heavily invested in the stock market. If you didn't know, I've been doing it now for 3 years, and it's more than paid off. It's saved my ass. I don't know how many times. But I wish it would stop saving my ass. That way I could actually get some real good money built up. But I always ended up having to dig into it a little bit. So, and then I got to build it back up. But anyhow, that's how life goes, right? So I just want to go over something real quick. Well, I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican or really whatever. Okay. But I want to help you make some money. So all of you take my advice today and you do this. I promise you, you are not going to regret it. Okay, and it's gonna pay you fat in the end, especially depending on how you go about it. So whether you buy shares or you do some options on it, like that, I mean, I do both, but if you do options, you're really gonna make some money off of it. And then there's several other ways to invest that I don't even know how to do, but they're out there and people do them. So, but anyhow, Trump just signed these executive orders, partner up with nuclear companies. Okay, DOD specifically, but CIA as well, FBI, and a few other ones. It's all going to benefit everybody. It's going to benefit just the government in general. So just look at it that way. But that also means though that the government's going to be paying these companies heavily, which that's going to, in return, it's going to show up on their books. Okay. And sorry, there's something in my peripheral there, but anyhow, and it's just the direction we're heading. So I don't know if you ever hear them talk about hyperscalers, and you don't know what hyperscalers are. Hyperscalers are Amazon, Tesla, Google, Meta, and Microsoft. Those are the hyperscalers. Okay, there's 7 of them. Now, those companies run the world. Okay, they're all U.S. companies, and they literally run the world. All right. And not on purpose, it's just the way things end up happening because all of us are consumers, not just Americans, but everybody in all the other countries are also consumers of those products, okay? But since we're all those companies are heading in the direction of AI, which therefore we're all heading in the direction of AI, because we all use those companies. Well, in order for those companies to be able to further advance in AI, they need nuclear, okay? And then we also need nuclear because our power grid is just shot. Or like our power grid, if there was a huge EMP bomb and China or Russia or North Korea or whoever wanted to turn our lights off, it could easily happen right now. All right, we have no backup, right? But nuclear is, you can't shut off nuclear, okay? And so it's like a generator for the whole United States. It's like a giant generator if we do this, right? And Trump is specifically going to beef up the DOD with nuclear first. That way, if we are ever attacked, our military isn't without power, okay? So we'll be able to assess the situation if that ever happens. Hopefully it never happens. But anyhow, having said all that, I'm going to list these companies, all right? 100 of these companies down for y'all. I'm going to go heavy on these companies. I'm letting you know. Now, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. All right? This is not financial advice. Okay? I am going to heavily invest in these companies, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to pay me. It's going to pay off. It's going to pay off fat in the end. Real fat. I'm talking 3 to 5 years. And you're 10x your money. And that's if you buy shares. If you do options on these companies, who knows how much you're going to make, okay? Other things play a factor, you know, if we go into a recession or just unforeseen factors always seem to happen. So it's not going to be a straight shot up. Okay, so if you get in these companies after I said this and you're like, 2 months down the road, you know what I mean, Trump tweets something about tariffs or something, you got to ignore all the bull. All right, all the bull crap. Just ignore all the bull crap. And doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican, doesn't matter if you agree with what Trump's doing or you don't agree with what he's doing. None of that affects how these companies are going to operate. These companies that I'm about to list, even if it was a Democrat in office, they would have headed this direction. Okay? The Republicans and the Democrats, everybody in the government knows this is the direction we're heading. Okay? That's why Biden had the CHIP Act, okay, which was a good deal. I have nothing bad to say about that. Everybody knows where I stand politically. Not a big deal. But that was probably the best thing Biden ever did. And Trump got rid of it, and he's going about it a different way, whatever. But this is the direction we're heading, okay? We need nuclear. These huge companies need nuclear, and everybody's going to get it from these companies that I'm about to list, okay? So I'm going to list these companies so you all can take what I'm saying and apply it to yourself if you want or not. It's up to you. Like I said, it's not financial advice. Okay? So, first company is Constellation Energy. Look into Constellation Energy, okay? This is one of the companies that the DOD is partnering up with. All right? So, Constellation Energy. The other one is Oklo. Okay, that's OKLO. Next company is NuScale. Okay, those four are the ones that are partnered with, right off the gate, are going to be partnered with the government. Okay, now there are a few other companies on the list that haven't been really confirmed yet. That I know of, maybe they have, but that are still in this field, and they're also going to benefit from this. That is Vistra. Okay, Vistra Energy, NuScale, Lightbridge, Centrus, and Energy Fuels Incorporated. Okay, look all those companies up. Decide which ones you want to go with. I would advise that I am going to go with the first four for sure that I mentioned, and that is Constellation Energy, Oklo, General Atomics, and NuScale. Now, General Atomics is not on the stock market. It's a private company. You can still invest in them. There are other ways to get around that. I don't know. I'll find out more information on that. Sometimes it can be difficult, but anyhow, nonetheless, they still have the contract with the government, and it's a big contract actually, and they're a small company, and well, they're not small, but they're smaller out of the ones I listed. So smaller sometimes is better, because it means they have more room to blow up, right? So like if you take like NuScale, for example, they're freaking huge. Okay, they can blow up more when they're going to, but you take some of these smaller companies, they just have more room, just more runway, right? So yeah, and then a couple other companies I'll throw out there if you all are getting in the stock market, or you're already in the stock market, that are just really going to benefit these next 4 years would be Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. That is where basically our defense and security technology, they're the number one company as far as that goes, and they're really going to benefit. Alex Karp is the CEO of that company. He's a genius, really smart person, and really knows what he's doing, and he's in good with the government. And he started out only working with the government, and then now he also does commercial. There's a commercial side of the business now, so now he has the government side and the commercial side, and they're just doing great things, and they're just going to continue to continue to blow up. So I've already 10x my money on them. Yeah, they're great company. So I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there. I like to see everybody succeed. You know, I don't get nothing out of this by telling you all this. So, but I don't know. I like to see everybody prosper. We're all Americans here, and yeah. So, if you're not in the stock market, get in it. It's that simple. Get in the stock market. If you're not in the stock market, what are you doing? Seriously. I mean, y'all over here thinking, you know, praying for Social Security and all this stuff that probably ain't even going to be there when it comes time for you to retire, to be honest. So, but you know what is going to be there? The stock market. It's still going to be there. 50 years, 100 years, 200 years from now, the stock market, it's like a cockroach. Okay, the thing don't die, honestly. All right, and it only goes up. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's years it goes down, but if you go look at the chart, it goes up. All right, it never stays down, and definitely not for long. So, yeah. So anyhow, love y'all.